Hey guys, I wanted to share with you, I am looking at a vehicle today that apparently someone shot, I counted about 15 bullets into this car. I don't know what the outcome was for the driver and the passenger, but it wasn't good. So I'm gonna show you this vehicle so you can see everything that we're looking at. And there was so many bullets in this vehicle, I would be shocked if they lived. But again, I don't know the outcome of it. But let me turn this around and show you. Okay, so you've got a bullet hole here. You've got several here in the window, and then it looks like maybe it was driving by, like trying to get away. So you got one here that went through and definitely hit this passenger. Then you got another one there, then another one there, and another one there. And then you've got here, and then here. This is why I think somebody was driving by. And then look at the back of this. You've got another one there, another one there. And here's something that's pretty interesting. So let's open this door. But one of the bullets from the front hit the steering wheel. So that would have been in his chest. So if he lived, maybe that saved him, because it went there and just kind of scraped off. But so we got some blood here, but it looks like the passenger definitely got the worst of it. Got blood here, lots of glass everywhere. Of course, they did me no favors by putting all this parts in here. But let's look at the back seat. So obviously dark carpet, so we'll have that tested to see if it's blood and all this crap moved out. But let's go on the passenger side and see what's going on here. So for those of you that don't know, these vehicles will be salvaged and sold as a used car, and you guys will know no different once it's rehabbed. So you got blood here, and then you've got blood here, but look, another bullet hole here, another bullet hole here. I mean, whoever did this wanted them dead, no question. They emptied an entire clip on this car. So you got a bullet hole here, which likely went through him and then through the seat, and we'll look in the back seat to see if it got lodged. This is, a nightmare for somebody. I can't imagine, just driving down the block. But then again, you never know. Something nefarious was going on. Let's see if that bullet went through. I don't think it did. So it's still inside this passenger seat. So that means when we remove the blood and stuff, we'll probably find the bullet lodged in this passenger seat. So that's crazy. And then, so this must have been a different one, so there's got to be 15 bullets here. This is intense. So I would be shocked if this person lived. But the most important thing for you guys to know is, this vehicle, look at the shape that it's in. I mean, it's pretty bad. Obviously they got shot and then crashed, ran off the road, and then we're at a body shop, so this vehicle will be repaired just like any other vehicle, and then resold. And no one will know any different because there's no disclosure requirements on a vehicle in any state. So there's a search warrant here in the window. So that means something was definitely going on. But if they survived, I'd be surprised. I haven't watched the news in a while, so I'm not sure what if this happened, you know, if it was all over the news or not. But I will try to check that out. But this is crazy right there. I like, you know, that one is pretty crazy. It looks to me like the driver definitely got the least amount of harm in this vehicle. You know, it could be drug related, gang related. This was definitely targeted though. And I'm in a suburb of Orlando, Florida. Look at the damage there too. You know, this isn't an expensive car, so most people wouldn't think that this would be repaired. But believe it or not, I mean, if a dealer can pick this up for, you know, $500 and make all the repairs and sell it to you guys for 10 grand, and you know no different, they're going to do it. They're going to sell it. So one thing I want to show you is right here. This is called the wiring harness. In older cars, they used to just put this and wrap it in electrical tape. But thank God now what they do is they wrap it in electrical tape and then they put this kind of plastic cone thing around it, and then they strap it down. Now, why this is important is there's a plastic piece that goes over this. So when people commit suicide in the driver's seat, they tend to slouch or lean over when they're passed, and then the gunshot to the head will drain all the blood into this compartment. Well, in older cars, when it wasn't taken care of so well, they would total the vehicle because all of that blood the wiring harness was sitting in all that blood. So it's virtually impossible to clean. There's literally probably, I'd say 100 wires here just in this casing. So now that they protected it so good, we can literally just release these straps and we can clean and disinfect it and then literally put it back down, and there's no issue. But you can't cut these wires because it literally is like the brains to every vehicle, and then the vehicle will just be rendered totaled. So that was something that I learned, you know, about 12 years ago when we were hired to do a suicide in a car, and the insurance company saw it, and once we hit that wiring harness and it was not encased like that, they totaled the car out. So that was something that I learned pretty quickly. So I'm glad to see that they've definitely stepped it up now. But anyway, let me answer some of your questions on this car. So what happened to this car again? 2 people got shot. We don't know if they lived or not. I would assume the passenger did not, because the majority of the bullets went through the passenger side. And this is a 4-door Kia. It is a 2015 model. So it's not old, but it's not new too. I'm surprised that there's not more blood on the driver's side. But I am guessing that when they wrecked, after they were trying to get away, that they got out of the car or fell out of the car and that they bled elsewhere. So how long will it take us to clean this? I would say probably 4 or 5 hours, because there's a lot of glass, and we're going to have to get that bullet casing out of the passenger seat without deploying the airbag. So we're going to have to render that, turn that off so we can get in there. And I'll show you where it's at here. So Yeah, so there's not a lot of blood here, but you see, one thing that you need to look for is perforated leather. So do you see the leather is perforated? That means that liquids have seeped into the foam. So that's not uncommon at all. But if you look at these two spots right here, those to me look like there was holes at one time and they attempted to patch the leather, because those are the areas that aren't perforated. So you can see blood here, blood here, blood here, and millions of bullet holes. Crazy amount of bullet holes. So, got a big bullet here. I would venture to say we're definitely going to find a bullet in the vehicle once we get involved in this. For those of you that asked, the car next to me, that's just something that's at the body shop here. Has nothing to do with this vehicle and what happened. So, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed this vehicle and the look at it. We will film the decontamination of it and show you that process too. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your questions.